Welcome back to Bangtan World Channel.
Did a Saseing cross the line? Why were Jikook alone and panicking on a dark beach without any security in sight? This shocking moment will leave you speechless. Watch till the end and don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more explosive updates. What would you do if your peaceful beach evening suddenly turned into a nightmare, surrounded not by waves and stars, but by the eerie presence of someone watching you from the shadows? For global K-pop superstars Jimin and Jungkook, often affectionately called Jikook by fans, this haunting scenario recently became all too real. The IN and now viral clip that has sent armies worldwide into a frenzy. Jikook were spotted walking alone along a dimly lit beach, seemingly enjoying a quiet, personal moment away from the public eye. No staff, no security. Just the sound of ocean waves and palm trees swaying in the evening breeze. But what should have been a tranquil outing quickly took a sharp turn, raising alarming questions. Were there bodyguards? Why were the two biggest stars in the world walking unprotected? And who was the shadowy figure behind the camera? The image, captured just seconds before chaos allegedly erupted, shows Jimin in an oversized sweater and floral pants beside Jungkook in all black. But something about their posture was off. Jimin's fixed smile appeared tense, and Jungkook's eyes sharply scanned the surroundings. Were they already sensing something wasn't right? Sources close to fans on-site have begun speculating about what happened next. Several eyewitnesses report that a known Saseing, a term used for obsessive fans who cross dangerous boundaries, followed Jikook throughout the day and eventually approached them on the beach in an unsettling manner. One insider even claims the Saseing tried to touch or grab one of them, sparking immediate panic. Allegedly, Jimin was heard saying something urgently before quickly moving away from the scene. The most disturbing part? Neither member seemed to have any security near them at the time. And in a world where even the most minor idol outings are usually guarded to the teeth, this situation feels like a stunning breach of protocol. Did HYBE drop the ball? Or were Jikook intentionally trying to escape the spotlight, only to find themselves trapped in a moment they couldn't control? Fans had taken to social media in droves to express both concern and outrage. This isn't just a boundary crossed, it's a violation of their safety, one tweet reads. Another army wrote, HYBE needs to do better. Where are the managers? The bodyguards? Why were they left alone like this? There's also a growing storm of fear. What if the Saseing had done something worse? What if this wasn't just a chase, but a setup? The line between fantasy and threat has never felt so razor thin. Adding fuel to the emotional fire, many fans believe that the two were trying to enjoy a quiet personal moment together. Just Jimin and Jungkook, outside of fame, outside of cameras. They looked happy, one fan wrote, until they didn't. And just like that, the evening was shattered. The incident has reignited old questions about the mental toll of fame, especially on idols who try so hard to live normal lives for even a few minutes. For years, Jikook have been the subject of constant fan attention, not just admiration, but obsession. And now, it seems that obsession has followed them to a place even the ocean couldn't drown it out. As of now, HYBE has not released an official statement about the incident. But the silence only deepens the mystery. Were they trying to keep this incident under wraps? Were protocols broken behind the scenes? And now, we must ask the most haunting question of all. Is this the price of fame, being hunted even in the dark? This incident should serve as a wake-up call, not just for the industry, but for us as fans. Boundaries matter. Safety matters. And no moment of entertainment is worth someone else's fear. If you care about Jikook's safety and believe this kind of invasion needs to stop, raise your voice in the comments. Do you think HYBE should issue a public apology? Should Saseing fans face real consequences? Or are there deeper secrets about this moment we're not being told? Share your thoughts below. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to stay updated on the truth behind the headlines. This is not the last time you'll hear of this incident. The real story might just be beginning. Hours after the footage surfaced online, eagle-eyed armies began dissecting every frame, every second, every shadow, searching for clues that might explain what truly happened that night. One startling discovery? The voice behind the camera may have spoken, in a barely audible whisper drowned out by the rustling palm leaves. Some claim to hear a female voice muttering Jungkook's name, not once but twice. Was this a cry for attention? A warning? Or something more sinister? Speculation exploded. Threads on social media lit up with wild but chilling theories. Some believe the Saseing had been following Jikook for days across borders, exploiting a loophole in HYB's travel security. Others suspect this wasn't a random encounter, but a well-planned ambush. One viral comment reads, "She knew where they were." This wasn't luck, it was calculated. More than just a fan confrontation, it now seems like Jikook may have been targeted. Adding to the tension, another video, unconfirmed but rapidly circulating, shows what appears to be the same two idols being escorted away from the beach in a hurry by an unidentified man in black, possibly a last-minute attempt to shield them from the approaching threat. Jimin's face is turned downward. Jungkook, usually calm and composed, looks visibly distressed. His hand is clenching something tightly. Was it a phone? Was he calling for help? The emotional weight of this moment is impossible to ignore. Jungkook and Jimin are not just idols. They're human beings. Despite their status as global icons, their desire for peace, privacy, and freedom remains so painfully simple and so often denied. What was supposed to be a quiet evening by the sea became a moment of fear, confusion, and heartbreak. Many fans are now calling for urgent reform within the K-pop industry's protection systems. Why aren't there stricter safety nets for artists when they're overseas? One post demands. This shouldn't happen. Not to Jikook, not to anyone. The psychological toll on the idols is also being debated. Jikook, who have always shown their deep friendship, resilience, and warmth toward fans, now seem more vulnerable than ever. The beach was supposed to be their escape, a place where they could laugh freely, breathe deeply, be themselves. Instead, it turned into a stage for panic. Others are questioning the silence from official sources. Where's HYB's accountability? Why hasn't a statement been made to clarify the safety of two of their most beloved artists? And if this incident truly happened the way fans believe, what steps will be taken to ensure it never happens again? But perhaps the most heart-wrenching reaction came from the fans themselves, especially those who witnessed the incident firsthand. One user, claiming to be in the area during the chaos, wrote, "I felt helpless. I couldn't reach them. I saw Jungkook glance around like he knew something was wrong. It broke my heart. We failed to protect them." That raw confession has since been shared thousands of times, as the dust continues to swirl around this incident. One thing remains clear. This wasn't just a moment caught on camera. It was a warning, a revelation, a reminder that no matter how famous someone is, they are never invincible. And sometimes, those who claim to love the most can do the most damage. Where do we go from here? What lessons will the fandom, the industry, and even the idols themselves take from this moment? Will security measures be restructured? Will idols ever truly feel safe again in public? And what happens when the line between admiration and obsession is crossed again and again, without consequence? These aren't just questions for HYB. They're questions for all of US.S. Oh, we leave you with this. If you truly love them, protect them. Let this be the last time we see fear in their eyes. Let this be the moment we, as a global fandom, say enough is enough. Drop your thoughts in the comments. What do you believe happened that night? How far is too far when it comes to fan behavior? Like, share, and subscribe so this story and its lessons never disappear into silence. But just when the fandom thought the story couldn't get any darker, an unexpected twist shocked everyone. Hours after the beach encounter, an anonymous account claimed full responsibility for the entire incident, posting a now-deleted message that read, "I only wanted to see them up close. They smiled at me. I did nothing wrong." The confession sent chills down fans' spines. Was this the Saseing who followed Jikook? Was it a bluff for attention, or a chilling glimpse into the dangerous entitlement that some so-called fans now feel toward their idols? The lack of remorse in the message only fueled the outrage. They smiled at me. Those 5 words triggered an avalanche of emotions, especially because many fans believe that Smile was forced. Not kindness, not affection, but fear. Even worse, the post was accompanied by a blurry, zoomed-in photo of Jimin and Jungkook standing together by the water, seemingly unaware they were being watched. Or were they aware the entire time? Now fans are connecting dots they didn't want to see before. Could this mean they knew they were being followed earlier that day? Is that why they stuck close together the whole time? Is that why Jungkook's posture seemed guarded? Were they trying to pretend everything was okay just to avoid panic? The emotional toll of this story is beginning to spiral. Jikook, who have shared countless heartfelt memories with fans, have always been known for their warmth and openness. But moments like this threaten to change that forever. Will they still feel safe going for a simple walk? Will they ever be able to escape without looking over their shoulder? Will their smiles become rarer, not because of scandals or fame, but because of fear? And here's where the story becomes even more heartbreaking. A fan compilation video recently surfaced, splicing together past interviews where Jungkook and Jimin talk about how much they value their quiet time, their love for nature, and the simple joy of walking by the sea. One clip shows Jungkook saying, "Sometimes I just want to walk and hear the sound of the waves. That's when I feel most human." That quote has taken on a painful new meaning, because now, even something as gentle as a walk on the sand has become dangerous, and the fandom knows it. Trending hashtags like #ProtectJikook and #HWeTakeActionNow have been flooding X, formerly Twitter, TikTok, and Instagram. The fans are united, not in joy, but in heartbreak and fury. They are demanding changes, more security, more transparency, and a complete ban on known say-seeing accounts from all fan events and platforms. But the deeper question lingers. How did it come to this? How did we allow admiration to become intrusion? Why do some fans think they're entitled to idols' personal lives, physical space, or worst of all, their fear? This isn't just a K-pop issue. It's a global crisis of celebrity culture. And for Jimin and Jungkook, two people who have given everything to their fans, who have cried on stage, bared their souls in lyrics, and held hands through global tours, this betrayal cuts deep. There's a growing sense that something inside Jikook may have shifted after that night. A part of their innocence, or perhaps their trust, fractured quietly beneath the moonlight, in front of palm trees and ocean wind, with no cameras or managers to shield them. Just two friends, two brothers, left to face a nightmare they never asked for. And still, there's been no official word from HYB. Why? Why the silence? Is the company trying to contain the story? Are they unaware of the psychological scars moments like this leave behind? Or are they simply hoping it will pass with the next news cycle? But for ARMY, this won't be forgotten. Ever, because that beach wasn't just sand and waves. It became a symbol of what can happen when love becomes obsession, when curiosity becomes invasion, when stars are no longer allowed to be human. That if you feel shaken by this, you're not alone. Share your voice in the comments. What should be done to protect idols? How can the industry reform? What would you do if your favorite artist was left unguarded, vulnerable, and scared? Let's have the hard conversation together. And most of all, don't forget to like this post, share it with fellow fans, and subscribe so we never stop telling the truth. Because if we stay silent, we become part of the problem.